Welcome to the Super Spy Podcast.
Stand back and just explode.
Oh my goodness, rock stars, I am about to explode. And I'm going to explode because, my goodness, I have been trying to warn all of you about the stupidity and the evil that is Washington, D.C. And let me explain to you how bad it is getting right now. But first, let me give you a question. This is the question of the day. What two entities right now are concerned about the Ukraine being attacked by Russia? Come on. What two entities are concerned about the Ukraine being attacked by Russia? Well, it's not the Ukraine. Matter of fact, they said 3 days ago that all of these reports of an impending invasion from Russia were exaggerated. So it's not the Ukraine that's concerned about being invaded. Instead, it's the United States and NATO, led by the United States. Are you see what's happening here? Why is it that the United States is insisting that there is something wrong, there's something about to go down, when the people in danger are saying, no, we don't see that happening? Matter of fact, let me put it to you in these terms, okay? One of the Ukrainian president's closest allies, they have slammed the Western media, saying that the reports of an imminent Russian invasion is fake news. And they actually use the word fake news, and that this news is harming the Ukraine. This is not good, people. He went on to say that the crisis would all be over in just a matter of weeks. But the U.S. media propaganda was just as bad as Russian propaganda. Now, that's a strong allegation. But I want you guys to think about this, okay? What is it that the U.S. is trying to accomplish? You know what? It is boggling me. We have lost our way in so many ways. There is no reason that we should be over there interfering with Ukraine-Russia situation, okay? Because the situation has been over-exaggerated by the U.S. And this is just, it's just boggling me. Ladies and gentlemen, I really want you to understand this is a dangerous place for us to be. And the thing is, these reports that the U.S. is coming up with, it is negatively impacting the Ukrainian economy. Imagine what is going on with countries that trade with the Ukraine. What do you think they're doing right now? Do you think they're making new deals with them? Do you think that they're carrying on in the transportation of goods in and out of the country? No, they're not, because they are listening to these bogus reports that the Ukraine is about to get attacked. But now here is the part that is starting to really scare me, okay? Evidently today, or late yesterday, there was some shelling going on. Now, the Ukrainians are saying it wasn't them, and the Russians are saying, well, it definitely wasn't us. And now you have a group of separatists or rebels, if you will, that seem that they may be the culprits that are just causing this little skirmish so that Ukraine can commit forces and actually go into war. How crazy is this? But here, let me ask you guys a question, because I want you to get an idea of the crazy thinking or lack thereof that is going on in Washington, D.C. I want you to go back in time to when Russia, and I'm going to use air quotes here, invaded Afghanistan. Do you remember when Russia was on the ground over there and they were fighting this war, and the U.S. was just condemning it, saying, you have no right to be there, that they should be, Russia should be ashamed of itself, and let's the world get together and let's just support Afghanistan all we can. And then finally the Russians pulled out, and I guess that the U.S. felt bad for Afghanistan and said, Afghanistan, you look sad. You need another war. Let's us go in there. And here we are. Our troops are in Afghanistan. But wait a minute, U.S., what's the deal? What's the difference? The difference is that the U.S. has always worn the hat of the good guy. Okay? And I'm afraid to say this, but I am seeing our politicians as the bad guys. There is no positive outcome of us going over and being engaged in a disagreement between Russia and Ukraine. We do not need to be there. Do you guys understand that? So let me put this to you in another way, okay? I want you to remember that some shelling has occurred, okay? And a lot of people are calling it a false flag operation, where so that, someone is doing the bombing. They're trying to drag one another into this so that they could start a war. Understand that it did happen. Someone shelled something, and oh, by the way, neither side is claiming that they did it. So I want you to remember this as I go into this next step here, because right now, as I think about it, the only ones that are hinting to this narrative that that there's a false flag, operation, is the U.S. and the U.K. And they keep on hinting at that over and over again. Now, what will most likely happen in this case is this could divide NATO, and it could divide Europe, and with different countries taking different positions on this, because who is really going to fall for a false flag operation and go in and start a major war? That Nancy Pelosi was asked about what is going on with the situation in the Ukraine. And they even said that they quoted the Ukraine government as saying that the situation has been, over exaggerated, and that they do not see an imminent attack from Russia. Okay, so the reporter wisely asked that. He said, hey, Ukraine is saying that those reports are exaggerated. What says you? And Nancy Pelosi, in her typical political hack way, I almost said hag, and that wouldn't be nice to hags. Anyway, she said, well, you have to understand, we have to be ready to respond because something may happen. Did you catch that? Something may happen. And now, less than 24 hours after she spoke those words, there's shelling, air quotes again, shelling that is going on. Come on, people. The only thing, and this is what's so sickening, also in this time frame, I want you to understand that there was a defense contractor that was caught on a hot mic saying there's lots of money to be made in this thing. Talking about the Ukraine-Russia situation. Now, this is what pisses me off, and I'm sorry for the word. But this is where Washington, D.C. and these defense contractors, see, they're in bed together. And everything, war is money to them. Do you understand that? War is money to them. And the soldiers, the sailors, the Marines, the airmen, even the Coast Guardsmen, they mean absolutely nothing to this administration. This administration only sees them as a means to the end. And that end is more money for them. And it's the same way with the defense contractors. Oh my goodness, yes, we're going to do our best to help the country and our military, give them the best equipment ever at a special price if they order 2 right now. You see what I'm saying? It's all about money. We do not need another war. Days. I want you guys to start doing a little bit of your own research. I want you to start following the money. I want you to look at the stock market, see what's happening with these defense contractors, these people that make weapons for the military, and see who's exporting what to what country. You know, we just sent, matter of fact, I think it was 30 or 3,000 troops that we sent to Poland just so that we could show NATO that, hey, yeah, we're committed, okay? We're there for you. And here's the deal, guys. No one else is sending anyone anywhere. And the reason for that is we don't need to. There should be no war in between Russia and Ukraine. And please don't blame Russian and Ukraine politicians. Russia has said it is not us doing this. Ukraine has said the reports of an imminent attack is over-exaggerated. The only thing going on over there are false flag operations. Who knows who is conducting them? Hold on, I gotta sneeze. CIA! But I am telling you, we need to be careful. Watch the posture of your politicians. Listen to every word that they say, because they care not for the service member. They care not for the innocent lives that will be lost. But all they care about is making sure that their money keeps rolling in. This is a very tough time for America. And as a good friend of mine, James Stocks, and I'm hoping to talk to him online one of these days and put it on here. He doesn't believe, just like I do, that the Cold War is absolutely over and that there is a Cold War starting up. We don't need that. We need a world that gets along. Let's remove the politicians from the equation and let's let the people of these countries start talking together. And for crying out loud, get rid of that damn biased media. All they care about is their damn ratings. That's right, I'm mad and I'm fuming, but I'm also out of time. Super Spy out. Have a good day. God bless America. Hey, rock stars, I know you want one of my books, but You know, you better act quick before they're all banned, just like all the other good books that are being banned today. So go buy your books, Amazon or Barnes & Noble, and you enjoy that read.